I love Mercedes, but I never liked C-Class. For me, C-Class is bastard child that no one wanted in Mercedes but had it anyway because BMW had 3 series. I understand that C-Class brings them best-selling volume from all the models, but in my heart it is still unwanted child in Mercedes family. But as a car for a consumer, W204 has some attractive features. It was best-selling Mercedes at the time of production. 2.4 million units were sold. And in this video I will tell what I love about this car and I hate, common problems of W204 and which one should you buy for yourself. Development of W204 had very different approach compared to previous generation. Of course, marketing group got their saying and tried to hit every group: whites, black, Jews, Muslims, even people who identify themselves as an iron stand. And with its C-Vision marketing campaign, they made big fuss of W204. Design of W204 was very conventional, and no radical design features were used. Today it's aged as any other car in its segment. What was interesting about W204 that everything was tested digitally even before the car was produced, even before the first prototype. Even comfort features were digitally tested. I have no idea how they did it, but they spent millions and millions of dollars of this wonderful TV testing. Car was tested in all conditions: winter, summer, everything that Mother Nature can offer. C-Class tried it. Just like college students failing all her classes in art major. Mercedes even went to Africa to destroy their W204. For some reasons they drove on a rocky road and changed millions of tires, and I really do not understand the point of doing that. I do understand weather testing, but hitting your tires with sharp rocks endlessly is very pointless, but I do respect their persistence to perfect the W204. I think it would be easier just to give the car to all Top Gear hosts to destroy it for them, or to give it to a YouTuber from Uzbekistan. Interior took 3 years to develop. Every button, every function was tested for convenience, and general feel of the car was basically cheap, because all the materials in W204 were way worse than in W203. Leather was cheap, everything felt cheap, looked great but felt cheap. Aerodynamics of the car were constantly improved. To get the perfect balance between speed, fuel efficiency and quiet ride, they spent hundreds of hours there. And after all that work, aerodynamic efficiency of W204 was 0.27, and Ferrari F430 had aerodynamic efficiency of 0.33, and that's a fact. Every time I drove W204, I remember how quiet it was. It was a pleasure to drive, I felt dignified. But I never liked the interior of W204, especially the facelift version. The facelift version is more appealing to me. Both of the interiors were indestructible. Even in Dubai, I never seen cracked or rattly interior in W204. Also, facelift version had very beautiful ambient lighting inside of the interior that I really loved and enjoyed. W204 had interesting safety features. Basically, they had a system that prepared everything for a comfortable crash before you actually crash it. When the car felt some shaky situation, it would prepare you for sudden crash. Now let's talk about problems. If you want to buy W204, I recommend buying facelift versions, because pre-facelift versions had problems with front lights and back lights and some issues with the interior and electronics. You can buy the 4-cylinder engines, like 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engines, and other, but all of them has the same problem with the engine chain. If car was driven aggressively, it wouldn't last 100,000 kilometers. If it was driven normally, then it will last up to 200,000 kilometers. Depends on from who you buy it. V6 engines also had problems with the engine chain, same as 4-cylinder engine. C-Class had 3 transmissions: 6-speed manual, 7-speed automatic and 5-speed automatic. 7-speed automatic and 5-speed automatic had problems only if you drove it like an idiot. If the transmission was taken care of, oil was changed every 50-60,000 kilometers, nobody drove it like a lunatic without a warm-up, and didn't do burnouts on ex-wife's parking lot, then this transmission will last forever. For me, the best W204 to buy is C350 from 2012-2014, not the C350 blue efficiency crap. Buy the real petrol one 350 that generated 305 brake horsepower and 370 Newton meters of torque. This car is reliable, it's nice to drive, it's reasonably priced, and you can keep this car for a long time without spending a lot of money on maintenance. I would not buy all-wheel drive versions because I like some rear-wheel drive action. But if you want to buy all-wheel drive version, you can, there's not problems with them at all. 0 to 100 kilometers in C350 will happen less than in 6 seconds, and that's a very fun car. It looks very good, especially in AMG pack. It had all the modern useless stuff that you really do not need, but it has it. It's nice to know that it has it. It is not old, so you can find nice V6 with the service history without dedicating your life to a search for a nice W204 V6. My mother has a wagon 1.8 liter turbocharged W204 with AMG pack, panoramic roof, 7-speed gearbox, and even the air suspension. You heard me right, it had air suspension. Personally, I do not recommend purchasing W204 with air suspension because this is the most unreliable part of W204. But my mother has it for a few years now, and so far no problems. If you want to buy 4-cylinder, you can buy the 4-cylinder engine, but I don't recommend it because it's not much fun as the C350. If you want to buy diesel, do not buy diesel, because again, if you buy a diesel C-Class, it's just doesn't look nice and you will not enjoy it. The C63 is a great car, but you will not find one on the budget. So the best thing is the C350. Prices start from $14,000 till $20,000, and you can find clean with the full service history probably that drove less than 50,000 kilometers, even probably with the extended warranty for like $17,000-$18,000, and enjoyed for 3-4 years without any problems. So for me, this is the best choice. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments what is your opinion on W204 and what is your favorite C-Class. I also noticed that many watch my channel without subscribing, and this is very creepy, so do not be creepy and subscribe to my channel. Take care and bye bye.